This is Dr. Ganesh Naidu, Assistant Professor, CS based department. Today I would like to discuss on Introduction to Database Management System concept. So data model. What is a data model? Data model is a collection of conceptual tools that describes the relationships among the data, and how the data can be applied in different areas, and the semantics of the data, meaning of the data. So these all can be described by data model. So it is a logical structure of the database, how they are related to each other. Logical means how they are related to each other. It describes the design of the database to reflect entities, attributes, relationship among the data, constraints, etc. These are the main things. In the ER model we are having, okay, so data model means we are having plenty number of models here: relational model, ER model, hierarchical model, network model, object oriented model, object relational model, semi structured model, flat data model. We are having plenty of data models. In DBMS, we mainly concentrate on entity relationship model and relational model. These two models are the very much useful in database management system concepts. Okay, so in relational model, what we will see, the data is in the form of tables. The data stored in the form of tables. In ER model, the data is in the form of different entities and relationships among the entities. So hierarchical model means the data is in different levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, like that. Grades, we can say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 employees, grade 1 employees. So under those employees, grade 2 employees will work. Under grade 2 employee, again grade 3 employees will work. Under grade 3 employees, again some grade 4 employees will be there. So like that, so a hierarchical data model, network model is there. Network model is a communication, network related data. So object oriented model is nothing but data model that consists of data which inherits the object oriented concepts, which we are having: inheritance, polymorphism, the other concepts which we are having: overloading, overriding, like that. Different concepts which we are having: encapsulation. Okay, so these all things, all concepts we'll see in object oriented data model. Okay, along with the data. Object relational model, Oracle with object extensions. Okay, so Oracle is a software package that maintains the data. No? So in that you will see the object extensions, different objects, how they are stored, different objects, how they are connected to each other. So the next, semi-structured data model. So it is not organized, fully organized. So it is a semi, means some, up to some extent it is organized. Some unorganized data also is there. So it is mix up of organized data and unorganized data together. That data model is there. Flat data model. Flat data model is simply tables, we can say spreadsheets or basic text files, very raw data in the text files, basic text file, notepad, for example, .doc file in the spreadsheet. Okay, you can see the raw data. So that is a flat data model. So hierarchical model, as we discussed here, department number, department name. Under department you are having courses and students. So under course you are having for each course some professor you are having. Okay, so like that, this is a different levels. In department we are having different levels of data organized into a tree like structure. This is the hierarchical, is a level by level of data. So department is one level. In the department, students will be there and courses will be there. Okay, for each course some professor will be assigned. For students, for some set of students, some faculty will be assigned. Okay, so again in students we can divide into categories like strong student, strong learners, average learners and weak learners, like that. So the division can be like that. In the professor category also you can divide into professor or faculty, that you can divide into assistant professor, associate professor, professor or assistant professor, grade 1, grade 2. So like that you can divide. So this is the hierarchy. Okay, how the data can be maintained in different levels. So that is a tree-like structure. Next network model is a graph-like model. So it is the different objects, how they are connected to each other. It is not like a tree model as we discussed in a hierarchical model. So it is a graph-like model. So different levels will be there. All those are interconnected with each other. Like they can form loop also. So like that, in network model, entities are organized in a graph in which some entities can be accessed through several paths. So department, student, course, professor, same entities taken here. So see how they are accessed: department to students, again student to professor, professor to course, course to student, department to professor, okay, next department to course, student to professor. Like that, for each and every entity, other entity is connected in all ways. Student is connected to remaining 3 entities, department is connected to remaining 3 entities, professor is connected to remaining 3 entities, course is connected to remaining 3 entities. Like that, it is a graph-like structure. Okay, it is a graph-like structure. Each and every one is connected to all other remaining. So that's why it is a graph-like structure. In hierarchical, it is not like that. Different levels are there. So okay, higher level, lower level, like that. Different levels are there. So a department. So from department, it is connected to course and students only. Course is connected to professor only. Like that, in different levels you are having the information. Whereas it is like any entity can be connected to any entity. Object oriented model. So object oriented data model, this data model is another method of representing real world objects. It considers each object in the world as objects and isolates it from each other. It groups its related functionalities together and allows inheriting its functionality to other related subgroups. See here, object-oriented data model, it is also having some data. So the data uses the object-oriented mechanism concepts, object-oriented features. So here, if you have seen, these all are generalized. See, line, circle, shape, these all are generalized to L shape. Okay, what we can say, these all inheriting the interface shape, that is I shape. From I shape, okay, so you are inherits the properties to line, next to circle, to shape list. For these 3 classes, you are inheriting the properties of class name called as I shape, interface shape. So again, see here, so you are having, for line, you are having one-to-one connection. For one line, you are having XY. Line is a point-to-point connection. 2 points connection is nothing but a line. Starting, ending, where you have to start the point, where you have to end the point, X comma Y. For example, 0, 0 to 10, 10. So that is a line. So like that. So next, circle. Circle also like that only. In the circle, so you know the circle 0, 0, next 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, like that it will go, and finally it meets to 0, again 0. So again to the same place it will come. So the circle, center. Okay, so circle mainly contains the radius. Okay, so based on the radius, color, okay, center point, from center point to radius, from center point to radius, the points can be taken. See, here it is the center point, here it is the radius r, along with the radius r, this is the 0, 0 center point. This is some 0, 10, for example. Okay, so this will go in a circle manner like this. This will go in a circle manner like this. Okay, So that is circle shape list. Shape list is also one object. So these all inherits from interface shape. Okay. So this is object oriented data model. Summary of evaluation of database modeling. Okay. So file system. No file in file system there is no database model. File system is a different concept. Okay. Next hierarchical. Allowing one to many relationships. In a hierarchical level by level, no? So one to many. So one is connected to many levels. Okay, one employee is divided into hourly based employee, government employee, private employee, contract based employee, like that. No? So one to many relationship will be there in hierarchical network, allowing for special relationships. Network means allowing for special relationships. So how they connected to each other, all objects which involved are connected to each other. Relational, allowing for individual element access anywhere in the database. So from table you can access any data. Okay, in the table you are having the data in the form of rows and columns. Okay, you can extract the data based on the condition given to a particular value. Okay, so that is nothing but okay, I need the students who are having CGPA more than 9. Okay, so CGPA column you concentrate on that CGPA column who are having more than 9, that particular corresponding student names you have to display. That is the relational. Okay, next data can be accessed, individual element access. Object, handling high speed applications of small items within large highly complex data sets. Object, relational, including most accountable aspects of object database into the structure of the relational database model. So it is a both object database into the structure of the relational database model. Next, relational model. You can see relational model, how it will be. So the relational model consists of data in the form of tables. Table consists of rows and columns. Here you can see these are the rows. Okay, so this is row 1. Okay, next this is row 2. This is row 2. This is row 3. This is row 4, 5, 6, like that. Each and every record is called as a row. Okay, each and every record is called as a row. Column. This is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay, so table is collection of rows and columns. In table, what you will maintain? So it is an employee table. Employee table is having employee ID. So these columns are nothing but properties of an employee. So that is nothing but employee is having employee ID. Employee is having employee name. Employee is working in particular department. So each and every employee's salary. These are the properties of an employee. So these are nothing but attributes. Okay, in ER model, attributes are nothing but columns in the relational model. So record means row. For each and every employee, one record. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. This is an employee ID. Einstein, his name is. Okay, department name is physics. Salary is 95,000. Okay, so this is one record, one employee information. Like that, second employee, 1 to 1 to 1. Wu, he works in finance department, 90,000 is the salary. Like that, you are having records, many employees details you are having. Each and every employee information is nothing but a record.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.